Hello, hello everyone. My name is Yusuf Edwards, and welcome to part 32 of the American Show. Let us begin. So, Patrick was laying on the bed. He had just woken up from a very wonderful sleep. And he woke up to what might possibly be the most saddest and the worst day of his life. Because this is the day that he is supposed to show up at Alpha Queen's funeral. He, of course, was very upset about all of this, but he knew that he had to go. So, that's exactly what he did. He gets up from the bed, goes to the bathroom, takes his pajamas off, and then after that he goes to the shower, and he goes and takes a shower. He goes into the shower, turns the water on, and begins taking the shower. Of course. After that, he gets out of the shower. He brushes his teeth once again. Then after that, he goes back into the bedroom naked. His wife, Beatrice, was still asleep by that point. He picks out his clothes. He goes back into the the bathroom, takes 2 towels, grabs 2 towels, because, of course, when he was walking out the bathroom naked, he was still wet. And so he put the towel on the, of course, the floor. Then he goes back into the bathroom, grabs another towel, and begins drying himself off with the towel. After he's all done doing that, he picks up, or he tries to wipe the water off of the floor the best he can. Then after that, he goes to grab one of his clothes that he's going to wear for the funeral. And then she wakes up very slowly, but very surely. She says good morning to him. He says it back to her. He begins getting dressed. After that, she finishes getting dressed. He goes to the living room to wait for her so they can go to the funeral together. Then after that, she arrives getting herself dressed, and they are gone. They make it to they are driving to the funeral. They make it to the funeral. They get out of the car. They greet everyone at the funeral, burying his body in the ground, or at least about to. anyway, they go to the church, they sit down, and during the course of the funeral, he is trying to keep it together, but it's borderline impossible. But he tried, as sad as it may be, he sure does try. He's not trying to cry at this point, but it's very hard for him not to, because that was his boss and friend, and so it was going to be a difficult task, but he was going to get it done. Everybody spoke, everybody was speaking, his friends and family, everybody was speaking, but what almost got him the most was his, new boss, the CEO, and the CEO, which is her mom, of the Alpha Queen company, and all the Alpha Queen CEOs. First, his wife. She talked about the first time they met, and the wedding, how much of comedy gold it was, and how wonderful it was at the same time. And then she starts to cry, which almost got him, of course, but he kept it together. After that, his daughter spoke. After that, the funeral was over, and it was time to bury him. They go outside. It was very sunny outside. He was just very emotional about the whole thing, and he didn't want to be there anymore because, he wasn't ready to cry yet. He would much rather cry in his home next to his wife instead of all these people who, were in his mind would think it was all by him, which he could not be more wrong about. Anyway, so they leave a little bit early. Of course, they see them burying the body and in the ground. After that, they leave. They stick around for a while, I should say, and then they leave because it was just too much for him to have to go through this. And he left. They go, and they left, I should say. And they go to the car, and they buckle up the seatbelt, and they go home. Not a word was spoken, actually. After that, they do get home, and he just breaks down. Beatrice, of course, the girl who killed him, or the woman who killed him in the first place, grabbed him and hugged him as he cried. And that was it. To be continued. To be continued. So, I hope you enjoyed this wonderful or very sad video. And if you did, leave a like, subscribe to my channel, leave a comment down below telling me what do you like about the video or hate about the video. And I will see you next time. Bye-bye for now.